Guys, to my YouTube channel at FPO Ninja. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to give this video a like. Please share to your friends. In this video, we're gonna be talking how my team did last 2 weeks, because it's been like a long time because of the international break. How my team did, how my team's looking, transfer that I'm looking to make. I'm gonna do a lot of like tinkering, so I'm not gonna edit anything out of it. I'm just gonna shoot this and like post it, right? So it's just like my thoughts right now. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. There's gonna be a lot to cover. So without further ado, let's get to it. Last game I had 64 points. Ramsdale in goal kept a clean sheet, 7 points against Watford. Um, what was actually fun was Foster saved a penalty. Aubameyang's penalty. I had 11 points, but honestly, I would have played Ramsdale anyway, of course. Um, Joe had 2 points against Burnley because Burnley ended up scoring like later in the game, which was not expected. I thought they were gonna keep a clean sheet against, like 100% clean sheet ratio against like Burnley, right? But sometimes it just happens. Chelsea drew it again 1-1. Liverpool kept a clean sheet against Aston Villa, which they scored 1-0 from an Adam Armstrong banger. He scored a banger. Like that's how Southampton scored. So Liverpool kept a clean sheet. And all of you guys that don't play Liverpool, man, I keep telling you guys, bro, he's the man, bro. All right. Cancelo against Man U, 14 points, 2 assists, 1 clean sheet. If you don't have Cancelo in your team, I don't know what you're doing. I think Cancelo is for me is the highest after Salah. He's the most like essential player you need to have in your team. So if you don't have him, get him right now. I don't care how. Get him right now. Saka had 3 points against Watford. He actually scored, but it was ruled out for offsides, and so it didn't count. Oh, Rafinha had 9 points. He scored a goal against Leicester City. It was kind of lucky, but like Rafinha is just that good. Like I keep telling you guys, he's just that good. I'm having a conundrum if I should play him this week or not. But we're gonna get into that. Salah captain, he had an assist. So the thing about Salah captain is that like so many people captain Salah, right? That it's just hard like to go against him. And just because Salah is so good, right? So whoever you captain that's not Salah has to do better than Salah, like significantly better than Salah, because everyone has Salah. Everyone captain Salah, right? He's owned by like 71% of the whole game. That's a lot. Average had 8 points, scored a goal against Burnley. I'm happy that he returned for me. To be honest, I've been waiting for it. You know what I mean? One against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace have been really good recently, and I've been really enjoyed watching them. Um, yeah, Wolves couldn't score. Juan got a couple chances, but he missed it. Kane against Everton. Of course, I'm a Spurs fan, so I thought we are gonna do good in this game just because of like the new manager bounce. You're supposed to be excited that you have a new manager, but to be fair, Conte didn't have a lot of time with the players, so I can't really blame him. But Kane had 2 points. He should have had a couple of assists, maybe even a goal, but he's not really in the best form right now. But I mean, he did score 7 goals in 2 games in the international period. I know, like you can't just use that as a reason. You know what I mean? Like he played against like teams that were not that good, but still, that's gonna give him confidence moving forward. So hopefully, he can get back in the scoring sheets. Tony had 1 point against Newcastle. He had a yellow card, and he just blanked. Like I don't know what happened to Brentford, but something's definitely wrong. So that's how my team was lined up. Diaz kept a clean sheet against Man U, which is annoying because I thought he was not gonna keep a clean sheet. But honestly, like the people I played, they played except Chilwell, which was supposed to have a clean sheet. Most people did pretty good, so I'm not too worried about it. So that was my team was for next week. Let's see how I'm gonna do better. My rank 147k. It's not bad. I mean, I want to do better. So let's see how we're gonna make that better. All right. Looking forward to my team for next week. I have Ramsdale in goal. He's playing Liverpool, right? And Foster's playing against Man U. Okay, so this is kind of a tough one, but I think I'm gonna play Ramsdale just because, like, I feel like I know Liverpool's gonna like score, right? So like Ramsdale gonna concede, but I think Liverpool gonna have a lot of shots because especially it's at Anfield, right? Liverpool are very very good at Anfield, so they're gonna have a lot of like shots. And so he's gonna have a couple save points. So hopefully that can make him have a decent point. Maybe Arsenal can get a clean sheet. We never know. But I just don't trust Foster against Manchester United, anyways. Like Ronaldo can score 5 goals. And okay, I don't have Ronaldo, but if you have Ronaldo in your team, captain him this week, bro. Captain him this week. Salah's playing Arsenal. Arsenal defense has been pretty good, so captain Ronaldo this week. That was just by the way. Okay, so Chilwell away to Leicester City. Is of course he's gonna play. Diaz, Cancelo gonna play. Okay, Liverpool, Norwich away. My play, we're gonna see. I'm not 100% about that, which is kind of stupid because it's playing Norwich, right? But to be fair, Norwich they have a new manager, and because of the manager bounce, they might come out flying. They might probably score a couple goals. You know what I mean? Just because they have a new manager. You know what I mean? Rafinha is playing Spurs. I really don't know if I'm gonna play him either. Salah against. There's nothing to say about Salah. Salah plays, of course. Havertz away to Leicester. Havertz and Saka, who's on my bench right now, are two players I'm looking to transfer out. But we're gonna talk about that in a bit. Of course, Wang is playing. Kane's playing. Tony's playing. Of course, Newcastle away. Kane at home to Leeds. I'm actually considering Kane as the captain. But we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna right now. I'm just showing you how my team's looking for next week. I have Saka on the bench that I can play. But so okay, let me go to my transfers right now. Okay. The thing is like I have okay. Let me go through what my plans have been. So when I started when the international break started, right? The first plan I had was to take out Diaz for like Trent, right? Because Trent Alexander is wonderful, absolutely crazy. I want him. I want him, but I just don't know if bringing him this week for like a hit is worth it. You know what I mean? And honestly, it could be worth it because Diaz, I'm taking out. He's most probably gonna get 6 points. Like that's he's not gonna get. He's not gonna score a goal, right? He's not gonna give an assist. So like he doesn't have a high ceiling, right? Where Trent can have 18 points against Arsenal. You know what I mean? He's done it before. So like it's a risk not taking bringing Trent in, like not bringing Trent in this week, but he's definitely on my radar coming next week. So this was my plan before was to get Trent, and then Saka for Foden. Okay, I was actually still gonna bring Foden in, to be fair, but Pep's press conference is kind of making me not want to bring him in. But I'm gonna talk about that. Okay, so Foden and then Havertz to Jota, right? So I'm gonna talk about why I want to bring the Spurs in. So this is what it was my plan before, and this is a very good plan, right? If it wasn't like -8 points, I would obviously do it. But the hit, is it really worth it, right? Alexander Arnold against Diaz, right? The thing about it is, like I said, Arnold has a higher ceiling, right? But then, like, there's the chance he doesn't return this week, and like Arsenal might score. It's a tougher fixture, right? So it kind of doesn't make sense to take out Diaz, who's playing everything, which I think they'll probably have a clean sheet this week, right? So I think I'm going to leave Diaz for this week, also just because of the hit, the extra hit that I have to do. My plan was same thing was to wait for Jota because they're playing Arsenal, right? And then bring in Foden. But after Pep's press conference, he said Foden had a knock and like his leg wasn't feeling too good. And Man City plays PSG next week, and I during the midweek, and I think Pep is gonna want to rest Foden for that. Foden might come off the bench or something, but I doubt Foden will start. And so I think I'm gonna hold off on Foden to next week. So next week I might do Foden in and Trent in. So why not? Right now, what I'm considering is taking out Saka for Jota, right? So I'm going to leave average, right? Because Thomas Tuchel said um Lukaku is not fit yet, so Lukaku's definitely not playing for this game. So Havertz might end up playing as a striker again. I know Leicester away is not the best feature, but Leicester City they don't have the best defense in the league. Like their defense is not that good. Their attack is good, but not that defense. And so Havertz can definitely score. So Saka to Jota is what is most likely gonna happen this week, to be honest. Which is like I don't want to bring Jota ahead of Arsenal, right? But to be fair, Jota plays as a striker for the best attacking team in the league. Firmino's out, right? So that means Jota is gonna play 90 minutes. They don't really have anyone better to play. You know what I mean? And so I think Jota is pretty good from now in the next couple of weeks. So Firmino might be out till around like mid-December, and that's a long time. And then also remember that there's gonna be AFCON qualifiers in January, and Salah and Mane are gonna be gone, right? So they're gonna need Jota to be the main man. And for 7.5 million, I think Jota is like a very very good like value for his price. You know what I mean? He can outscore Salah this week, for example, and he's like 5 million cheaper. So I think Jota's an absolute bargain. I just didn't want to bring him in this week, right? And so I think I'm just gonna do Jota and just don't take a hit or anything, and just save the money and then make the two transfers next week. Like take Havertz out, and then because Lukaku's gonna be back, Werner's gonna be back. I don't want Havertz when they're back because one, he doesn't get as much forward, and his minutes are not like secure, right? Okay, so that was one way I was looking at it. Another way I was looking at it, like doing something, was I was gonna do same thing with Jota, but then I'm just gonna get like Son in, right? And I have the money to do it, right? But the problem with this move, I love this move. I love it. And like, if this was the one I was gonna go through, I was gonna do it this week because Son is playing Leeds, which is for me is a good fixture. I know people have been saying Leeds have not considered it a lot in the past few game weeks, but I think it's a good fixture for Spurs. I think Son and Kane are good playing against like counter attacking teams that commit numbers forward and then they hit on the break. You know what I mean? And so I think Son's a good option this week. I think if I had Son, I'll captain him like over Kane because I think Son is better against like teams that counter attack and stuff. Like Kane is better against teams that like sit behind because he can head the ball, he can score outside shots and stuff. So I think if I had Son, I would definitely captain him this week. But I don't have him, and this is a good um plan, like to bring in Jota and Son, right, for Saka and Havertz. But the problem is that one, it's a -4, which is never good, right? And then this blocks me. So like I have 0.3 left, so I wouldn't be able to bring in Trent Alexander next week. And right now, that's what I'm thinking about. Is that do I really want Trent Alexander-Arnold? Like that is what that's what's been at the back of my mind because I can go ahead with this move and then just get like Reece James, for example, next week or the week after. You know what I mean? After Manchester United, Chelsea have a good run of fixtures, and so maybe I just want Reece James and not Trent Alexander-Arnold. But the thing about that is like over Christmas, right? Once it comes to December, because we're gonna start playing games every three days, and I feel like James is gonna start getting benched, not benched, but like he's gonna miss like every one game or something like that. You know what I mean? Maybe play one, miss the next one, play one, just because it's like every 3 days, and because Chelsea have a lot of players, so they have like a huge depth, and there's no reason to like play with James every 3 days. You know what I mean? But with James is really good when he plays, so that's why it's kind of annoying. But the thing about Trent is that like he has no threat to like his position, right? No one's gonna play ahead of Trent. Trent's gonna play all games. Trent is as nailed on to start as anybody, right? He's gonna play every game. So that's why I want Trent Alexander just in the long run, and because I think Trent is probably a better just ahead. A better there's a reason it's 7.7 million, and so I do think this and another thing is like I'm a Spurs fan, right? But I don't exactly trust Spurs yet, and so I don't know if I should bring Son in. But I really really want Son, which is annoying, and I think I would have gone through with this plan if not for like the Trent thing. Honestly, if I think about it, and I think James can cover for Trent for me, then maybe I might go through with this. To be honest, but we're gonna see. So yeah, this is another move I was looking at, or I was also looking at so like the same thing I was saying. So instead of another way I could have done it was instead of bringing in Jota, right? I would bring in Conor Gallagher that plays for Crystal Palace. He's been really good, right? He had he does like Lampard esque runs, right? Or like a Gerrard type of runs. They come in late in the box and get in the right position and like score. You know what I mean? And so and he's only 5.9 million, right? He's a good cheap player to have on your bench. He scores a lot. And he has really good fixtures. So Burnley, Villa, Leeds. Okay, Man U's not the best, but honestly, I wouldn't think he couldn't score against Man U. Everton, Southampton, Watford, Spurs, like that. This is a pretty good run of fixtures, right, for Gallagher. And so I can do that, and then I would have enough money to do Trent, right? So it's gonna be Son, Gallagher, and Trent. maybe not this week, but like next week, for example, I would bring in Trent. But I'm just like, is it worth it? Because one, the thing about Gallagher is once like Eze comes back and a couple players come back, would he be nailed on to start every game? And how like would he be able to see? Because he plays the midfielder, right? Would he be able to see more deeper and play a deeper role if like these people come back? So that's like my worry with Gallagher. But if not because of that, I think he's a very very good option for a very cheap price too. And so yeah, I'm really considering him. Honestly, now like that I put this out, it looks really tempting to do like Son and Gallagher. But I kind of want Jota just because he's gonna be nailed on for the best attacking team in the league, right? I just don't know how longer Crystal Palace can keep playing this good for. You know what I mean? I've not seen it for a long time, and so that's why I might not go with this one, and just because of the extra hit too. So yeah, I could have done that, and yeah, I think those were the option. I think these were most of the options, or I think I could have done Diaz to Regulon or Emerson Royale, like the two Spurs because okay, so in a contest, I think all these systems is always put you always put three at the back, two wing backs that always score, right? In Chelsea, he used Victor Moses and Alonso or whoever was available then. In for Inter Milan, you play Candreva or Akimi, like those type of players, they always go forward, right? And so the Spurs wing backs can be like really good options. So Emerson Royale, for me, a lot of people think Regulon's better. I think Emerson Royale is a better attacker than Regulon. I think he's really good going forward, and I think he's gonna score a couple of goals. But the thing is, he has Matt Doherty, right? Who can also play right wing back, and he's done it before, right? He's done it counter of times, so he has a bigger person to compete against. Whereas Regulon only competes against like Sessegnon, who has not really made his mark in the league yet. So that's like for me that's the biggest difference. But to be fair, the last game he took out Regulon and put Doherty at the left. So maybe Emerson Royale's is 100% nailed on. Like it doesn't take him out because I think Emerson Royale is better going forward, right? And so for me, if I'll bring in Emerson. I'm 0.1 cheaper too. So yeah, I'll bring in Emerson Royale, Son, and then instead of Gallagher, I'll just have like Foden, right? Like Foden or Jota or whoever I wanted. But this is a longer route because I don't know if I can trust Spurs defense just yet because one, Cristiano Romero got injured during the international break and he's a really good defender. Our defense is going to be weaker. So I just don't know. But to be fair, I think for this week, I'm just going to bring in Jota, to be fair. Because, I mean, either way, I want Jota, like, anyways, right? So might as well just bringing him. I was going to bring Foden this week, right? And captain him. But because of the knock, he might not start. And so, like, there's just no point in bringing. And you know, Pep roulette. Pep always tries to play games. And so I'm just not going to trust it. I think I'm just going to bring Jota in and Captain Salah, to be honest. Um, okay, you know what? If you guys comment, like I have 5 people comment like the same player I should captain, I would think about it because I don't want to captain Salah this week because one he's playing Arsenal at home, and then just because like I already have two Liverpool covers, right? So even if I don't captain Salah, right, Jota might get it if they're gonna score a lot of goals. Jota's probably gonna get a couple of assists and stuff. So I have another cover for Liverpool. So I really don't want to captain Salah this week, but I don't know who else. Maybe Cancelo is a good captain. I don't know. Okay, let me go back to my team. Okay, so if I'm gonna bring in Jota this week, right? He's probably gonna play for Rafinha, either Rafinha or Livramento. So right now I'm considering playing either Rafinha this week or Livramento. The thing is like I just think Rafinha has a bigger upside, but like Spurs, I feel like Spurs defense is pretty good recently. I think Conte is gonna try to tighten things up first. Like that's his main focus before going forward. Like you have to have a good defense under Conte, right? I think it's gonna be hard for Rafinha to score, but I mean he's done it before. He can always do it again. And if Bamford was there, I definitely would not bench Rafinha because I think Bamford takes a lot from their attacking threat, right? So I'm gonna think over that. I think Saka's gonna go for Jota, so Jota's gonna play. These three are gonna play for sure. So it's either Livramento or Rafinha at this point. So for captaincy, if you have Son, I'll captain Son. I'm actually considering captaining Kane. I just don't really trust Spurs like that just yet. But Kane captain is not like you can if you have the balls for it, you can definitely go for it. Either Kane captain or Cancelo, because Cancelo might keep a clean sheet. Cancelo has taken the same amount number of shots as Salah has in the last couple games. So Cancelo is a really good option, and I think I would have captained him. But the thing is just like when you captain defender, right? If everything just score like a corner or something, right? They lose the clean sheet, and it's hard for you to expect the defender to score or assist or anything like that because that's not really their job, right? So that's the only thing about Captain Cancelo. But if not, I think he's not a bad captain option this week. But yeah, that's I mean I'm thinking about anything else that like you guys want to ask like other players. Like even if I don't want to bring, even if like maybe I already have them, I don't want to bring them in. That you guys might want. Just let me know in the comment section like players that you're looking to bring in. I'm always in the comment section. Please share this video. Please subscribe. I'm begging you, please subscribe. Please do not just watch this video and not subscribe, please. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you. See you next week. Good luck on your IPL team this week. Bye.